watching TV when I'm eating.
That's when
I also am mindless.
Otherwise, it's just like
eating, watching TV when I'm not really paying attention to like the foods and the flavors or the texture.
Try and come up with about 3 or 4 for each. How are you doing?
and then once the rest of it, watch TV/fitness/driving. And then it just like becomes mindless. I feel like there's experts in a lot of these hikes and stuff, and then all of a sudden like, my mind just goes.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Thank you, everybody. What I want us to do is make 2 lists. So let's just share some of the things that we do mindfully. What did you come up with? Let's start with this group. Just give me 1 or 2 items from that you came up with.
sometimes when I'm taking a shower, I feel really mindful, paying attention to everything in my body.
Okay, paying attention. What else? What was another one? Melanie, can you share with us?
Yeah, I was saying sometimes I'll put on like a track from YouTube that's about like music for concentration or something without words and just ambient noise for doing like reading or homework.
Okay. How about the other group? What things did you come up with?
We said when we hike, hiking.
Hiking. Okay. What else?
We also said when we're listening or having conversations with other people.
All right. How about our mindless lists? Let's start with the group in the back.
This list was very easy for us. Eating.
Chomp, chomp.
We actually said showering on my list.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
We put eating on both lists.
Okay.
As well as driving.
On here?
Yeah, we put it on both, which is scary, but because the word autopilot reminded me of those times when you just like arrive home and you're like, oh no, I don't remember how I got here. Yeah.
Driving.
You can also call them the mindful one too.
Anything else you want to add to these lists?
It's when I'm walking, like to campus, I just have my headphones in and just getting from point A to point B, but not really noticing anything around me, just like in my own zone.
Okay. So, I want to ask about something that you said. You said that it was really easy for you for the mindless list. Tell me about that. Why was it easier, do you think?
I think most things that I probably do are mindless now, as far as like routine things, like things I would do every day, have just been something I've never spent time actually thinking about what I'm doing.
Okay. So our lists here are kind of even, but we actually have more on our mindful list, but it sounded like it was easier to come up with examples of us being mindless. What about this group? Did you have kind of the same experience?
We have more on the mindful side.
You have more on the mindful side, okay.
But there were things that were like, could go for either. Like sometimes we're mindful when we're eating and other
Yep.
times we're mindless.
So what's the difference there? Why is eating sometimes mindful and sometimes mindless?
I guess it's like what other things that we're doing while we're eating is something I've talked about. So sometimes we're like on YouTube or watching TV or something and just
Not paying
attention and just eating.
So you might not be paying attention, you're a little bit distracted. So when you're eating mindfully, your attention is focused on doing that, on paying attention to what you're eating, how you're tasting it, the fuller experience of that. So what would you say some of the advantages or disadvantages are of being mindful or mindless? I'll use this example. What are the advantage of driving mindfully versus mindlessly? We have driving was going to be on both lists, right? What's the advantage of driving mindfully?
Safety.
Safety. Yes. Okay. What are some of the advantages of being mindful in other things that are on both? What about the shower? An interesting example.
I think for a couple of them, it's actually enjoying it, like showering and maybe eating. Like I think if you're not mindful, then you maybe aren't even enjoying the experience.
Maybe you can remember if you washed your hair.
There you go. You're cleaner, you wash your hair, and you're enjoying it. Okay. So when we pay attention to how we are in this world and what we're doing and what we're doing right now, it can be more enjoyable, we're more fully present, we're more attentive to making sure that we're clean and not hitting people with our cars. All of these things can be part of being mindful in our world. Now, we have way more opportunities to practice being mindless, or not opportunities. We have more practice being mindless than being mindful. And what we're going to do in this class is help us be more mindful and help us bring that into our world in the way that we walk to class, the way that we drive, the way that we eat. Okay?
Do you think that anyone would ask about like disadvantages of mindfulness or advantages of mindlessness? Does that ever come up?
In my experience, they have, and we kind of discussed that, like, what are the barriers? And sometimes we'll say something like, sometimes we're mindless about things that we're really practiced at, and then we do a lot. So, kind of just allowing them to offer those up, I think is good too, right? And recognizing, there's two ways to pay attention.
And I think it sometimes comes up to, and you can use it to lay the groundwork for later, because say like, well, sometimes it's nice to be mindless if thinking about it would be stressful. And so sometimes it's easier to kind of just skate through it. And so we can talk about that later too, about the disadvantages of that of things.
Are we mindful to that sound? Okay. So I think that is the end of our first segment. And so what we will do now is we will have this group in front go into the next room and practice. And you all know which ones you're going to practice. And this group will stay here. And then one of us will go next door, and one of us will stay here if you have questions while it arises. And this is just an opportunity to practice, so let's have fun with it.
Do we bring our yoga mats?
Yeah, you don't need them, but it's good, I think you can have them, you can sit on the ground like this if you like.
Okay.
If you want to sit in a chair, there are chairs over there.
Yes.